Well, it's been about 6 weeks since I got myself out method feeder fishing due to it being school holidays and the bank's just being too busy for me to film properly. Anyway, it's a Sunday today and I was just eager to get down here on the bank and do some method feeder fishing. It's just been too long. But I've got down here, I've come down for a look at Medlock Valley Fisheries, which is only about 10 minutes from me, to see what it was like and see whether I could get a rod in the water. But having come down here now, it's just too busy. There's somebody on near enough every peg and it's just not fair for me to be filming when obviously you can see how busy it is. So I'm going to have to give it a miss, which I'm a bit gutted about because I've been waiting in all week. I've not been out fishing because I've been waiting for a shipment of my new tackle and bait mates and I wanted to give it a go. I've got a proper little setup where I can put my feeder rod on it and stuff like that. Really light, really mobile, and I wanted to give that a go today, but yeah, it's just too busy, folks, today. So I think we'll have to find somewhere else where it's going to be a little bit quieter. It's a bit urbanised here at Medlock Valley, and because there's not many fisheries around this area, it can get really busy of a weekend. And I thought it might be, but it's really bad weather. So I thought there was a chance that people might not be braving it, but obviously they are. And I've been a victim of my own success in a way. When I do a video on a particular fishery, the next few weeks to a month, it just gets so much traffic, and that's the reason that some fishery owners don't want me filming at their venues, because they just get too busy. And then what you get is you get the normal locals that fish it regular who think they own the place moaning that it's got too busy, and then the owners vent their frustrations at me. That's what happens, and it's took me a while to figure that out, but there you go. That's the issue that we've got. But that doesn't solve the problem of today. Where should I go? I mean, I could go to Harry's, and to be honest with you, I don't mind fishing Harry's if it's busy. Reason being is I pretty much know everybody on the lake, so a lot of the people that fish there are part of my community group on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, head over and give me a follow on the WestysAngling community group. You'll find that through my page. But while we're here and I've got you, let's go and have a look at my new tackle and bait mate. Let me show you some of the improvements that I've made to it. And a lot of people are commenting saying, oh Westy, your channel's all about your products now, you don't give us any tips or hints anymore. Look folks, my videos are packed with hints and tips, and yes, this is my full-time job now, so I have to show you my products. I'm not saying anybody has to go and buy them. You're all adults with your own minds. You don't have to visit the website. It's just a way of me supplementing the YouTube income, because YouTube pays absolutely nothing, folks. Absolutely nothing. Very low paid. You couldn't make a living off it anyway. Not at the size of my channel, but here we go. So there's the new tackle and bait mate. I've changed the rod holder that was on this side to a pocket where you can put your liquids or your towel, and I've got two rear rod holders which are a little bit tighter. And I've just got two bank sticks, one slightly longer, one slightly shorter, so that I can have my feeder rod next to me on this, and it is ultra stable. It's also 5 centimeters longer in the big mate, and I've also got some of the little mates which are 5 centimeters shorter. So I've changed the front badge in there to a rubber badge, and let me show you inside, because it's this bit longer. And I want to show you it with a rod set up on it, really. That was my plan for today. So you've got your insert tray / organizer there. Let's get that out. Got everything that I need in there. I've got my pellet wetter / water bucket. I've got my pellets. And this is one of the main reasons that I wanted a bigger size. And it's to fit me flask in. I want one bag for everything. I don't want to be taking loads of stuff with me. I've got one of my EVA cases full of rigs and bits of stuff that I might need. But that's it. Why are we taking loads of stuff with us fishing, folks? This is all we need. It's a one-stop shop. I'm just going to be fishing one rod, but I suppose you could fish 2 rods on this if you had buzzer bars. I don't know. It might not be stable enough for 2 rods, to be quite honest with you. Ideal for a 1-rod setup. I will try it with 2 rods at some point, but I've also reinforced the carry straps to deal with heavier weight. So these are now metal with a metal clasp. So they're the main features. And the last one is I've got 2 anchorage points on the back so that you can attach your net or attach your unhooking mat, and there you go, you're good to go. That's my 1-rod setup. I've got the Guru Engage Pro feeder rod, and I've also got that paired with one of my own brand reels. I think we're going to have a drive and I'm going to go to Harry's. I'm really sorry to the young lad who has been absolutely mithering me in the comments to come back to Medlock Valley. I did try it for you, pal, and it's easy for me because it's only 10 minutes from my house, but I've come down here and it's just too busy for me to film. So I'm going to have to go somewhere else, unfortunately. Let's go, let's see if we can find somewhere. Going to shut the gate behind you here, folks, because they've got livestock. So, got goats and chickens. There we go. Right. I'm really hoping that there's going to be a couple of places to fish. There you go. See, told you, goats. Well, I've just had a quick nosy through the trees there, folks, and it looks like the left side's free. Yeah, happy days. Which probably means the right side's fishing better. But that's fine, we'll have a go on the opposite side as long as it's quiet and we can get a method feeder in the water. That's all I care about today. Right, super excited, let's just get fishing. If you're following the channel, you'll know exactly where I'm fishing here. I'm at Harry's Fishery in Adlington. So all I need is this. It's actually really quiet for a Sunday. There's always somewhere to fish, folks. You've just got to do a bit of searching sometimes. Right, let's get the tackle and bait mate set up, get what I need out. So there's a couple of things that I wanted to do today. I wanted to try this out, which is number one on the list, but we'll get out what we need. And I wanted to try out my new wafters. So we've got pink licorice, which is a floral pink wafter. Pink baits do well here, so I'm hoping that we'll have a good session on them. And my second choice is going to be the sweet and sour corn method bees, which is a two-tone wafter. So I've got my hook lengths, got my wafters, and the other things that I need to get out: my pellet wetter, some pellets, and my flask. And then I'll get that zip back up so it's waterproof. Water resistant, should I say, if I'm being professional. It's never waterproof when it's got a zip on, unless the zip's sealed. And on this bag, it's only the front of the zip that's sealed there. So I can't really call it waterproof. My scissors and my bolt beads, put them in there. New set. First thing I'm going to do is mix some pellets up. I'm not going to mix loads because it's only going to be a few hour session this. So just put some pellets in there and I'm literally just going to just about cover them with water. Like that. That's all I want to do. And if they need a bit more water, I can put a bit more water in later on. Okay, so we just need to get the rod out, set the net up, and we're good to fish. Fishing in about 3 minutes flat there, folks. That's what you want. You don't want to be spending ages setting up and packing away. So the rod I'm using today is my Guru Engage Pro feeder rod. It's got the 1.5 ounce tip on. I'm using a 30 gram method feeder, and the reel is one of my new Olympian Tackle Aries 4000 reels. Loaded that with 10-pound line. I've been fishing bital arms a lot this year because I've been targeting specimen fish. When I do that, I prefer to fish 2 rods and fish bital arms. But so many people have asked me to start using my tip rod again, so that's exactly what I'm doing today for you. I do listen to people in the comments, I do listen to your feedback and the kind of videos that you want to see. Obviously I've only got limited time. I'm finding it very hard at the moment to juggle the website and also getting out fishing and filming YouTube, but for me YouTube needs to be the priority. It's always been about helping people and having a better quality of life, getting out more. That's what I want from my life anyway. So over the next 12 months, that's exactly what I'm going to be prioritizing, making videos for you guys and getting out on the bank more. There you go, that's where the channel's headed. It's a really dull, gloomy day today, so I'm sorry if it looks miserable on the GoPro. Let's give them pellets a shake up. They'll be right in about 5 minutes. Just got myself a size 12 banded rig out. Using all my own components today, from the battle bolt beads all the way to the hooks. As I've said to you, you don't need to go and buy these things. I'm just telling you what I'm using, folks, that's all. We're definitely going to start off on a pink licorice, 7 times 8 mil. at the end of the day, folks, I can't win either way. If I don't use my stuff and I don't talk about it, people are going to say, why are you not using your own stuff? Do you not have faith in it? And if I talk about it all the time, then people are going to think that my channel's only about that. And let me tell you that it's not. I still do supermarket bait challenges. I still do all different types of stuff on the channel using naturals and everything like that. So don't ever think that the channel's only about selling my bait or selling my tackle. It is really not. I've not packed these pellets on the feeder tight, and I've left the hook bait showing there. The reason for that is these pellets have not finished taking on that water, so they're still going to be really sticky and really tacky. You need them to take on the water and have the outer layer start to dry off a touch, and then they're perfect. They'll be right in another 5 or 10 minutes. So for the first cast, gently squeeze them on, and then I'm just going to leave the hook bait showing, so that's the first thing fish see, and they're not having to fight to get the hook bait up into their mouths. So there we go, we're ready to go. Just check my drag. Perfect. And we're just going to, for the first cast, go straight out here, and we'll get the adjustments right on the tackle and bait, mate. So gently, that'll do us. And I'm just going to set this in front of me. And the point of having one short and one long is that you've got the maximum amount of adjustment for different situations. But there you go, as you can see, that is set up perfectly. We're just off the surface of the water. We've got a nice angle going from the rod butt all the way to the tip of the feeder. It's across me. I'm going to move my chair around a bit so I can just literally lift into the fish when we get a bite. But that's the setup that you want when you're using the tackle and bait, mate. I didn't put any glaze on. I forgot I had it in this pocket. I was looking for it. Just another feature for those of you that are interested, the top of these is hard, or semi-hard anyway. It's very rigid, so you can use it as a table. Just don't knock your coffee over, but even if you did, it's just wiped clean. If I don't have any success on this cast on the pink, I'm going to swap over to a yellow. We've had a lot of rain over the last few days, which obviously stirs up the water somewhat, and it can make it tough fishing. Everything makes it tough fishing, doesn't it? Too hot, too cold, too wet. It's been a tough year. This bailiff that's going round here is giving these lads to the left a full fishing lesson, like telling them everything to do, which is fair play. But he's giving them a right rollicking about using braid. Looks like it's my turn now. How you doing? How's it going? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Westy.
Yeah.
I've never met you before.
Hey, do you know you look bigger on them?
Oh, I've lost some weight.
Lost some weight?
Yeah, I've lost about
3 stone.
at least. Yeah.
Right, I need to see you. You've got a beef.
About what?
You know when you're taking your photographs at fish when you've caught them, there's nothing wrong with that. Put them in there and you put them straight back. Just hold them and go like that for about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't like how you put the fish straight back.
All right, I'll rest them. Well, there we go, folks. I've had my bollocking. I'm putting fish back too quick when I'm fishing here, so I need to rest them in the net from now on. But that's fair. Every fishery's got their own way of doing things and their own rules, so if that's the only negative that they have about my videos, I'm happy with that. But he says he likes my videos, he watches them, and he likes the way I do things. Yeah, positive on the whole. I'm just putting fish back too quick. But I'm certainly not too big to take some criticism, folks. Let's actually catch some at the way. No, to be fair, folks, he was really nice to me then, the bailiff. Some good compliments about my videos, and says that I'm putting people right, which is a good compliment. Nothing yet though. It's just starting to rain, but I have been talking to that bailiff for about 20 minutes, half an hour, so the rod's been out of the water. And he had a go of my new reel, and he said he likes the way that they cast. So that's a good compliment. Somebody that's been fishing 50, 60 odd years. So again, folks, rules for Harry's Fishery: no floating baits, maximum size 10 barbless hooks, no braided line. None of these things you need anyway. I've done really well here actually fishing just under the surface. So pellet waggler would do well, slow sinking bread flake, all these things should be allowed. but it's getting to that time of year now where you want to be fishing on the bottom really, folks. The carp are going to be feeding up. Well, they're meant to be feeding up for winter, but I've not had a bite yet. It's fishing tough today, folks. I've not seen another fish come out on the entire lake so far. So I think what I'm going to do is swap on to a yellow wafter, and we'll see if that makes a difference. I've tried closer in. What we need to do is figure out where the fish are. That's the next plan. So I'm going to swap to yellow. I've done well on yellow baits here. So I'll swap to yellow. I'm going to try down the margin, and then I'll try maybe 15 foot out. There's a bit of a bowl here. I'll try about 15 foot out. And if I don't have anything there, then I'll try further out, because usually what happens is the bigger fish will be around the margin, which is obviously what I'm trying for first. And some of the smaller fish, the stockies that have been put in here, they tend to congregate a bit further out in this lake. So as soon as I've figured out where those fish are, I can consistently cast to that spot. But I'm impressed with the little setup today. That's the main reason I wanted to get out and give this a go, and it's worked absolutely fantastically so far. Oh, fell us into a fish down there at the bottom. I do like that peg, it's a good peg. This wouldn't have been my choice today. I think I would have fished on the other side of the fishery today if it wasn't busy, because that side is fishing better, hence why everybody's on that side. But I don't like to disturb anybody while I'm filming. I like to be courteous and go where nobody is. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to slap some COROS scope on this cast as well. Can't blanket Harry's, can we? Not in September. Bloody hell. Be shaping wood and I'll have to start golf. Or maybe tennis. Nah. I don't think my shoulders are cut out for golf or tennis. Let's check the weather conditions here on the old COROS NOMAD smartwatch. So we've got a 14 kilometers per hour southeasterly wind. It's 19 degrees Celsius and it's low pressure. And we're due some high pressure weather coming in through the evening. So you would have thought that's absolutely perfect conditions for a bite. And if anybody is interested in one of these watches, I will put a link in my description for you to have a nosy. Subtle plug, very, very subtle. I'm actually out for another day tomorrow filming another River Explorer video. So I need to get all my stuff ready for that. But again, travelling light with the setup that I've been using. Oh my God, that noise. Turn your alarm down. Couple of twitches. God, I love fishing in the rain, ain't you? Brings back so many memories of being sat under a brolly with my dad as a kid. Put the brolly in a slightly better position there. Just got to hope that the wind doesn't pick it up. It looks like we're on for a blank here, folks. Can't believe it. I mean, it has just been school holidays, and this fishery, I know for a fact, has been hammered the entire school holidays. Could have something to do with why it might not be fishing as well. And one of my subscribers messaged me the other day actually, and he said, I've been to Harry's, I fished it all day and I've blanked. And I said, I can't believe you blanked at Harry's, mate. There's no way. It's pretty much impossible. But here we are. I mean, I've only been on for a couple of hours, I know that, but yeah, really tough. Don't know why. I've cycled through a couple of hook baits, I've tried a couple of different areas, I've had a couple of liners, slight twitches, but other than that, very, very quiet. Horrible conditions. I'll probably give it another half an hour to an hour and then call it a day, to be honest, folks. We'll come back and try another time. Like I said, I need to get back, get all my stuff sorted for my river session tomorrow. And there's a family just turned up and set up next to me, and I can't be getting kids on the video and stuff like that. Yep, and the casting right next to my peg. Like literally right there. Just out from me. Some people just don't understand fishing etiquette, using full carp rods with leaders and braided line, which is banned here anyway. But who am I to say anything? I'd rather just pack up and leave. It's just not worth it. As I've said before on the channel, because I've got a YouTube channel, because I've got a fishing business, you know, I can't be saying things to people, I can't be causing arguments. It's just not worth it. It's just better to pack up and leave, which is a shame because I'd have liked to have got fish on this video. Nothing worse than posting a blank, because then you get people going, oh well, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, you should have tried this bait. But at the end of the day, that's just fishing, and everybody's got their own way of doing things. And just to let you know the type of family that it is that's next to me, the dad's just rolled up a big joint and he's smoking it in front of his kids. I mean, I get it, if that's your bag, then each to their own, but in front of your kids, come on man. Just says a lot about a person, that, I reckon. And the fact that he's just literally underarming boilies right in front of my peg. Mental. Absolutely mental. But what can you do? It's not worth an argument, is it? And you know what, folks, you can't blame these people that come in and they bucket loads of boilies into a swim on coarse fisheries and stuff like that, because that's more than likely the only fishing that they've seen on YouTube or on the TV, and they think that's the way forward. They watch a couple of these videos and they think they're Terry Hearn or Dovey and Spooner, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, if that's all they've seen and that's the type of fishing that they watch, then they're gonna replicate that on the local lakes. You know, and that's one of the reasons that I make these videos, and to make people, to kind of make people understand that you just don't need to fish like that. You can just as easily catch big fish using small wafters and full of pellets. You don't need to go to the effort of buying a load of boilies. Boilies are expensive, you know what I mean? There's just no need to put so much bait out, especially when it's fishing tough like it is, you know, now. But there you go, that's the fishing industry for you, telling you that you need to put 10 kilo of boilies out to be in with a chance of catching a carp. And sometimes it's quite the opposite. A little subtle solid bag or a beefed up method feeder setup can be the way forward, especially when somewhere's fishing tough. Oh my god, this rain is coming down now. Good job the old tackling bait mate's water resistant, but we need the rain, folks. The rivers need the rain. The reservoirs need the rain. Everybody on the lake's clearing off. And I don't blame them, because it is absolutely miserable. Nothing's gone to plan today, has it? That's life though, folks. That's life. I thought I'd get out on the bank, show you my new setup, catch a few fish. Didn't go like that. Instead, we've driven a 40-mile round trip, visited 2 fisheries and not caught a thing. Soon as you switch your camera on, folks, let me tell you, this gets 10 times harder. The only other thing to do is stick it out. I'd get a fish at some point today, no doubt about it, but is it worth sticking it out? 1, when somebody's casting into your swim, and 2, when it's like this. Soaked all the way through the waterproofs. I'm in, folks, finally. Finally. Oh. Nice one as well. Let's try and stop it. Crank the drag up a touch. Oh, finally. Sticking it out in these miserable conditions, and I've got one. But I think, folks, if we manage to get this in, we're going to end on it. A bit too miserable even for me. Look at it, it's hammering it down. I don't want to lose this. God, that'd be the worst. Let's go through all this and lose it at the last minute. It's a nice one. and I need to remember to rest it in the net like the bailiffs asked me to do when I've landed it. I'm not even going to get a picture with this one though, folks. I just, oh, it's putting a bend in this rod. Drag's working lovely on the reels. This was down the margin, but a bit further down. That is a nice mirror, that, folks. Oh, so soggy. I don't know if you're going to hear a word I'm saying on the camera. What a lovely fish to end on. Lump. Well, that's definitely one worth sticking around for. I'm going to put him in my swimming pool slash unhooking mat, but there you go. That's definitely a double. There it is. A bit of a parrot, but a beauty nonetheless. Oh, what a lump. Let's rest it in the net. It's definitely ready to go. It's kicking. I can't even get a proper picture with it, folks, because the weather's just too bad. Look, I'm going to call it a day. I just want to say thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next Westies Angling. I'm glad we managed to save the blank. I hope you like the new setup. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like button, and comment if you have any questions about anything that I've done today. See you in a bit, folks.